or hit select and get returned back to the same screen. So in this case, we've reviewed all of the customer information. The next step right now is just to confirm that all the customer information is okay once we've confirmed everything with our customer on the phone. Once we do that, you can see we've moved on to the order entry tab. Once we've done that, we can see the information coming through. We can see some additional item information that will be populated once we actually select an item. We've got the ship to customer information within here, the address that we're using. And within here, if I needed to override this address, this is basically the same as, updating it in your sales order header. That's going to, again, give it a one-time shipping address in your F4006 table. But if I choose to just go with my default shipping information right here, it's going to go to the address associated with this ship to account. If I needed to change that, that would change the ship to account for the entire order. And then as I go down, same process as when you're entering an order in the standard P42101. I'd go within here. If I needed to look up an item, let's see, sorry. I have the lookup value right here. It'll show me all the items that come up with that description. So I've got just the first few characters entered. Once I select my item, hit tab, I enter my quantity, and I move down a field. It's going to go ahead and pull up all the standard pricing information that I have. It's going to highlight the pricing for me, so I know that that's the price, that I can tell that to my customer. That's what I'm going to be charging you. I can go through and review all the other fields if I need to. Make sure everything is okay for my order entry. And once I'm happy with that, I can go ahead at this point and move into the shipping instructions tab. Now from here, as you can see, once I've selected this particular item, and once I've rung up all the items that I wanted to add to my order for the customer that I'm dealing with, I can now tell them. So in this case, I've only entered one line. If I had to go and add another item, and let's see what we got coming up. So let me look that up again. Select that, enter in a quantity of 2. I'm now starting to add up. I have this subtotal listing right here on the side, the order summary. I've got the available items. It's telling me that that's a total of $764.38. I've got freight included in here. There's no items that have been back ordered. I've got freight coming in the standard amount at $15.90. From here, I can access the actual freight management tables, and I can change the freight if I need to, but I'll show you that in the shipping instructions as we go through. So I've got the total order cost, I've got the freight cost, and I can see the actual profit margins and so on. Again, these fields are made available through the processing options within this application, so you can show and hide the fields as you see fit for the actual team member using this application. Once I'm happy with all the information that I've entered and I've looked at the order summary, I'll go ahead and click on to step 5, which is going to take me to the shipping instructions. So now I move on into the other tab. Once I'm in here, as you can see, I've got my bill-to information, I've got the warehouse instructions. I can go ahead and add and or change the shipping instructions if I need to. I've got the carrier number, the mode of transportation, a couple different accounts over here. There's one for on customer account if I'm actually charging that to the customer's own freight account. I just clicked on the freight button right here, just in case I wanted to update freight. So this is included in the module. So all the freight charges that you see coming through here is going to be the same. These will be the same charges you see whether you're using the point of sale system or whether you're using the e-commerce for B2B. If I needed to go and change freight within here as the customer service operator, I can go ahead and select the actual carrier that I want to use and then select into that and actually choose the freight that I wanted to get to. I can also override the freight if I need to, which is something different that you won't have available on the web. So if you need to change this for some reason, you're dealing with the customer on the phone. If you're a customer service operator, you have the ability to do so within here. Once you've made your freight selections or override the freight, you just go back to the previous screen. And in here, you'd go through, once you've entered all the information, you've entered the warehouse instructions, your shipping instructions, make sure everything's okay. Your order summary hasn't changed technically until you actually change the freight. I'd go ahead and end the order.